Here with us today is Alan Knuckman with Trading Advantage. And Alan, you had a chance to see and think about Janet Yellen and what she's talked about or didn't talk about.
Exactly, or parse every word, identify her body language. Does she lean to the right, to the left? It's all about just craziness at this point. The Fed's got a job, we've got to understand, and they've done their job well. If you look at the performance of the stock market since 2009, we've gone straight up, and I think she's still doing her job.
So she really didn't say anything about rising rates. Everybody's assumed, of course, baking in that they'll be slowly rising over time. What would be some specific stocks that kind of in a very, very slow ascent on that would be advantage for us?
Well, looking at the markets, and that's what it comes down to. It's not what she says, it's how the markets react that I think is most important. The markets had a positive response in the stock market, and the dollar went lower. So I think the key here is the slower acceleration of the dollar than had been priced in for the last year or so. So I think that could actually help out a lot of multinational companies that have really suffered, that their concern was their overseas exports would slow, but I don't think the dollar is going to continue to rise at quite a pace. And if you look at the math, there's no chance, zero, when there's never a zero chance, of an April rate hike. There's a very small chance, less than 1/3% for June, but you've also got to factor in that the Brexit vote comes right around that point. So I don't anticipate us raising rates right around that kind of event, and there's only a 70% chance that there'll be one rate hike by the end of the year.
Now I'm going to throw a little softball or maybe a hardball, curveball at you.
All right.
Just in discussion now, is the UK leaving the EU?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, that's a big, big event, and this ties into what we're doing. We're raising rates when the rest of the world's having their rates lowered, and if you look at our actual markets with this speech, you could see that the rates went lower. So, the dollar declined, gold went up, the stock market rallied. So these are all the paths of least resistance that we've been wanting to see in the marketplace. So if you score her performance by results, she's gotten the results she wanted.
Alan, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.